If you've clicked on this video, you're one of two people, right? So either you want to start saving, but you're not exactly sure which savings account would work great for you, or you are already that saving savvy person, but you're curious to find out if there is actually a better fitting savings account. Either one of those, you're in the right place. Hello there, Dumela, and welcome back to my channel and part 2 of the savings/investment accounts. Now I'm going to start exactly where I left off. If you haven't checked out my previous video, make sure that you do so that you can catch up and we are on the same level moving forward. Usual disclaimer before we move on, I am not a financial advisor and my content is not financial advice in any way, form, shape or size. So if you need to, please do reach out to a qualified financial advisor who can advise you professionally and personally on your specific financial situation. Now, in my previous video, I wrapped it up with the 4 different categories of of investment, different types of investment or savings accounts, right? And we just left it because I did not want the video to be long. I just left it at the just naming the categories, which were immediate or no notice accounts, fixed deposits, and tax-free savings. Like I did say, I'm just naming these for the purpose of my videos. You're not limited to that. There are definitely other types of categories that I will not be dealing with at this moment. So let's start with the immediate or no notice accounts, right? Those are the simplest forms of accounts you can find. I know with FNB, you have, like for instance, I've talked about them in my 2 previous videos. You have your normal linked savings account. And with Capitec, it's the Live Better savings account. So those are the types of immediate or no notice accounts that you save in, and whenever you need the funds, you don't need to put in a notice, you don't need to put in a wait to be put on a waiting period to access those funds, but you can just simply transfer them from that savings account to your transactional account and make use of them. There are other types of immediate savings accounts. I know with FNB, there is, like I did mention, the linked savings account. There are other call accounts. There's other one called a money maximizer. And if you've checked out my previous videos, I also talk about other things like your opening deposits. So with the linked savings account, there is no opening deposit for it. And like I did mention in my video, that you can set up a Bank Your Change as a standard saving there, but you can also transfer funds from your normal check or transactional account into your linked savings account. And with a product like Money Maximizer, it is quite high up there because the opening amount for it is 100,000 rands. Yes. So 100,000 rands, and I must say also, because in the previous video I did address interest rates, immediate savings accounts or no notice savings accounts are some of the lowest interest bearing accounts. So what this simply means is that usually you have a better chance of earning better interest rates on accounts that are like your notice accounts, fixed deposit, and so forth, which we will explore. So you can just find out from your bank. If you are that person who wants to save, but you know that you usually run out of money during the month, or you're thinking in case of an emergency, you wouldn't want to wait, these are the accounts that you should be looking out for in your specific bank so that you do save on it. Just remember that you won't be earning as much interest as you would have been on other accounts like your notice accounts and fixed deposit accounts. Now, moving on to notice accounts. These basically are accounts whereby you save money, but before you can actually access your funds, you have to place in a notice, right? There are mainly, for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to make an example of the two different notice accounts that we have. Or that are out there rather. There is a 7-day notice account and also a 32-day notice account. But like I'm saying, these are just my examples. I'm sure different banks do offer different notice terms on their accounts. You just have to find out with your bank what kind of notice term account do they offer for you. Right. So with notice accounts, they're self-explanatory, right? You save, and whenever you want the funds, you have to place a notice as according to the account that you choose. So with a 32-day account, whenever you want the funds, you place the notice. But I have to say that there are some banks with the 32-day account that can actually make sure that you do get your funds before the 32 days without any penalties. But then again, you just have to check with your bank. And with a 7-day account, it's also the same thing. One thing that I definitely know about 7-day accounts is that there is no exception, right? You can't get your funds earlier than 7 days unless you're opting to close the account. But you also have to look closely and check with your bank, because even if you opt to close the account, it might still take 7 days for the account to be closed and the funds to be paid into your normal transactional account. So once again, you have to really be careful and check closely with your own bank. The great thing about notice accounts is that they offer interest that is slightly higher than your no notice accounts because of the nature of the account. The bank has, if you need the funds, the bank knows that the attractive part about it is that they have time for the funds to be paid out to you. So generally, the interest rate on notice accounts is slightly better than on no notice accounts. You just need to do your research so that you can know for sure which one. The disadvantage obviously is the waiting period, right? It's only a disadvantage if you're maybe in an emergency situation and you really need funds. But otherwise, they are good accounts. If you know that you struggle a lot with self-discipline, I would say just rather go with the notice accounts, because you might put in a notice, but you have to wait, like for example, 32 days. In 32 days, you might not need those funds. And also, one incredible thing about these accounts is that you can put in the notice, but you can withdraw the notice at any time before the funds actually are paid into your account. So if you change your mind, you are able to withdraw your notice and the money won't pay out. And Opening deposits for this, usually for the 32-day account, I'm saying usually, so it's just a matter of research, right? Usually for the 32-day account, opening deposit is, I think, 1,000 rands, but it depends on your bank, remember, or the bank that you're interested in investing such an account with, right? So it depends. 7-day account, the one that I know, opening deposit is 20,000 rands. So you just have to weigh your options. And obviously the interest rate that is linked to that account will also inform your decision when it comes to that, and the purpose of you opening that account. If you are a person who just wants to save, but you know you might need the funds more frequently than not, then notice accounts might not be. But for longer term, I think they are great, as long as you have maybe another emergency fund on a no notice or immediate account. That is great. So guys, I'm just going to cut it there because I really do not want these videos to be too long. I guess I'll have to make a part 3 with the remaining categories. So see you in my next video. Thank you for sticking around until now. Please do engage. Please do let me know if this is bringing value to your banking and saving knowledge. I would appreciate that. Until my next video, God bless and stay safe.